What's up, Taiwan? I'm Jaime Ocon with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Starting out with some political news. Less than 2 weeks ago, President Tsai Ing-wen stepped down as chair of Taiwan's ruling party. Now her second in command may be eyeing the role. Vice President Lai Ching-te has not ruled out running for a position that could help him become his party's next presidential candidate. Stash Butler has the story.
Everywhere he goes, Lai Ching-te gets asked the same question. Taiwan's vice president is seen as the frontrunner for the leadership of the ruling Democratic Progressive Party. The role is up for grabs after President Tsai Ing-wen stepped down in response to a bruising defeat in last month's local elections. Whoever takes over as chair would have a good shot at becoming the party's nominee for president. Tsai Ing-wen has reached her term limit, and the election to replace her is in just over a year. Lai already has the backing of 2 lawmakers.
个人是蛮赞同的，因为这个主席是要承担、要检讨、改进、再出发。
我想现在并没有一个确定的答案，不过这个也是赖清德副总统一个责任啊。赞成、反对的声音他都听到，他也都了解啊，他必须要做一个综合性的一个思考。
But the VP himself says he's still on the fence. In a statement, Lai said he had received encouragement from many people, but some have also expressed reservations. The vice president says he has not yet made a decision about whether to run. The party's interim chair, Chen Chi-mai, is staying out of the discussion.
人选不评论，好不好？因为我要维持选务的公正，也不晓得还有谁要选。
Chen says he wants the next chair in place by mid-January, so the next 6 weeks will decide the party's leadership for the coming year and lay the groundwork for a future without Tsai Ing-wen. Damon Lin and Stash Butler for TaiwanPlus.
Now over to China, which has held a 3-minute silence for former leader Jiang Zemin. At a service in China's legislature on Tuesday, President Xi Jinping praised Jiang for modernizing China's army. He also said Jiang had vigorously opposed Taiwan independence. Jiang led China's Communist Party from 1989 to 2002 and oversaw huge economic growth in China. The 96-year-old died of leukemia and multiple organ failure last week. His body was cremated Monday at a ceremony attended by Xi and also by former President Hu Jintao, who hadn't been seen in public since being taken off the stage for unknown reasons during a Communist Party Congress in October. Elsewhere in Asia, North Korea says it will continue with artillery drills along its coastline after firing over 130 shells into the ocean on Monday. Pyongyang says the drills are a response to South Korea's military activity. So far this year, North Korea has conducted several artillery drills and tested roughly 70 missiles, including long-range ICBMs capable of hitting the United States. Some experts believe that the authoritarian regime could be gearing up for a nuclear test. Back to Taiwan, where health authorities have confirmed its second ever case of the H1N2V swine flu virus in a human. The case came to light in October after a child from a farming family went to a hospital with flu symptoms. Doctors were initially unable to identify the virus, but genetic sequencing later confirmed that it was that virus. Health officials have traced 6 contacts, but none have tested positive for the disease. Samples from animals on the family farm have also come back negative. Officials say they have informed the World Health Organization. Taiwan's only other known case was in 2021 and also involved a child from a farming family. Taiwanese architect Chiu Zhenyu has won awards for his design of a center helping Syrian refugees living in Turkey. It's also been a big win for Taiwan diplomacy. As Rick Lau reports, the center has been a unique chance for Chiu to share his vision of a better world.
In a small town in southeastern Turkey, a refuge for people fleeing the war in Syria, the Taiwan Center. Taiwanese architect Chiu Zhenyu designed this building using blocks of Turkey's border wall with Syria, which lies just kilometers away from the town.
The war, not for separating the people, the war is for creating a place to share by everyone. And that is the Taiwan Rehan Center. We use the military war and convert into humanitarian facility.
The striking concrete and metal structure has won awards for its innovative design. It pays homage to Syrian architecture and uses repurposed materials. It was completed with a budget of just $1 million. 52 spaces can house classrooms, shops, cafes and artist studios for the refugees.
By building the building together, we build a real community and we trust with each other. And this is the meaning of the architecture.
Another obstacle for Cho, building the centre with funds from and naming it after Taiwan. Under pressure from China, Taiwan is shut out from international organisations, including United Nations agencies and other major humanitarian groups.
我想我们自己都是很明白台湾的处境，就是在国际上好像似乎被人家当成孤儿一样，可是台湾却能够展现这种人道救援的这样的一个精神，这是非常不容易的。
For Cho, the centre, now 3 years old, is not just a building. It is a manifestation of his vision for a better world. Here, the refugees create artworks and products which they can sell to other countries, such as Taiwan. When he's back home, Cho also shares the lessons he has learnt with others, including with students around the country. Cho's Taiwan Centre is a vivid example of how, despite the difficulties, Taiwan can help humanitarian efforts abroad. Now he's working with the next generation and hoping to inspire them to be more proactive on the world stage. It was the students at Taiyuan International Senior High School in northern Taiwan that invited Cho to come speak at their school.
你们这个很严肃的问题，不要笑。
Now they hope to launch an exchange program with Syrian children at the Taiwan Centre.
So after seeing Cho done something, I really hope I can visit there, and also in the future maybe I can do something to like push Taiwan into a international stage.
But for Cho, doing his part to tackle the refugee crisis is not just about showing what Taiwan can do. It's about empathizing with human suffering and doing his best to help.
I know one day people from Taiwan will be respected from the world community, not because we come from Taiwan. It is because we know how to help the people around the world.
It is everyday people that pay the highest cost for conflicts around the world, like the war in Syria. But Cho and his Taiwan Centre are showing that people, regardless of background or nationality, can find the humanity, compassion and ingenuity to alleviate some of that suffering. Andy Xue, Pichi Jiang and Rick Lowert for TaiwanPlus.
Now over to the sports world, where Japan and South Korea have crashed out of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. That puts an end to hopes of the first ever tournament win by an Asian team. In Monday's games, Brazil thrashed South Korea 4-1, while Croatia beat Japan in a nail-biting penalty shootout after the match was tied at 1 apiece. The World Cup in Qatar is the first time 3 countries from the Asia-Pacific advanced to the knockout stage of the tournament. Australia lost to Argentina on Sunday. A camera has caught the moment an army of about 50 monkeys stormed a college dormitory in the south of Taiwan. Students at Kaohsiung Sun Yat-sen University were watching a World Cup game when dozens of macaques broke in at 3 in the morning. It's rare for macaques to gather in large numbers, and it's believed this was most likely a case of 2 tribes fighting with each other. Researchers in southern Taiwan have dug up the giant fossilized skeleton of an ancient whale. The skeleton is about 15 meters long, and it dates back around 85,000 years to the last ice age. The team hopes it will help scientists learn more about how whales have adapted to conditions since then. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally today, we leave you with the images of swimmers in Siberia plunging into ice-cold water. Swimming in the winter? No thanks. I'm Jaime Ocon. Take care and see you next time.